Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, especially the girls. It's your old buddy, Matt Gates. I'm here representing the state of Florida, and we're looking forward to our America First tour. We're going to be heading down there here pretty soon. Me and my good buddy, uh, Joel, used to have a great time down there in Florida all the time. We would just, pay for everything with Venmo. It was a lot of fun. And so I'm hoping that we could do a little repeat with the old America First tour. Our first stop, of course, is going to be the Villages. So I am super excited about that. I don't know exactly what that means, but ladies and gentlemen, girls, will you join me in welcoming my co-conspirator, if you will, Marjorie Taylor Greene. What's on?
I thought it was, hey y'all, thought it was supposed to be on Tucker Carlson.
No, I know we look a lot alike, me and Tucker, but no, it's me, Matt Gates. We're going to Florida together.
Oh, that's right. Well, look, our country is in a down spiral because I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican, Biden is not my president. And, look, when are we supposed to do this tour, Matt?
What's that?
Look, I'm just talking to you because, look, I've been with the QAnon, with the QAnon non-Shyamalan, who has, by the way, a big ding-dong, so I don't know why I'm wasting my time with you. You know what? Y'all are dumb.
Wait a second.
Stupid, and you're losers.
Hey, MTG, I'm a little concerned. Where's your AK-47 that you're always photographed with?
Okay, like, duh. Yeah. Well, thanks to y'all.
You know you're going to burn your hand holding it that way.
Well, you got to hold it and always be safe. So you got one finger out, two fingers in the pink, one in the safety.
Oh, I'm familiar.
Right.
I feel her.
Look, I don't get all that. I don't like that. I'm not here to pick up or kiss, or I'm not here to do any of that. I'm here to make this country great again because my president is Trump and I love him. And there is a conspiracy, and Hillary eats pizzas and babies at the same time.
She sure does.
And
babies are her favorite pizza ingredient, as a matter of fact. Now,
you know who likes pizza? Democrats. They like pizza because, you know why? Because there's babies' parts on them, sprinkled on top. I believe in the Second Amendment, and I believe in pro-life.
Sure. Hey, Marjorie, I'm looking forward to
that's me.
I'm looking forward to our big trip. I know. That's your name.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you knew that because, I may look a little too old for you. But don't let the camera fool you, and the cigarettes and the booze and the laying out in the sun all the time and never wearing moisturizer. But that's besides the point. It's this video stuff. And anyways, I'm really 21, just so you know.
Oh, you're 21. Huh. Well, I'm afraid that's still a little bit too old for me. Live
from the internet. It's Hot Topics.
Hot Topics with Cecil and Sureg'ay. Why, boy?
What is going on, everybody? It is Thursday night at 9:34, I guess. You know what that is? It's Hot Topics time. I hope everyone is having a great time. Let's see what people thought of that show opening. Caitlyn Jenner, love it. Gail Blackbear, she says OMG. Tammy Baker, I can't pronounce your last name. I love it. Everyone, oh my God, this is so much fun. So Wine Boy has been feeding his baby. No, I have not. My baby loves pizza. Anyway, let's see if the guys are ready to come in. I am bringing it. Cecil. Oh my God, that is a lovely scarf.
Boy.
Hello. And Sureg'ay.
Hi, everyone. Oh,
Oh,
my God. Smells
Sureg'ay.
like white trash in this studio for some reason. I can't figure out why.
Sureg'ay, look at that hairdo you have going on.
I might wear it like this. I had an update. I have a stylist now.
Do you? Because you should fire her.
You should call her.
Yeah.
How dare you?
How dare you?
By the way, Cecil, I like saying that, so it's my line now.
No, you keep stealing my line.
Oh, please. It's
Can I just say one thing? You
No.
keep stealing my lines.
Anyway,
carrying.
Sue Christian. Hey, what's going on,
I
Sue
forgot to put my
Christian?
scarf on. I was carrying it.
Well, can I just say that I got this wonderful scarf from Ruth Ramos, and
Excuse me, 2 screens. Don't even dare. Excuse me. Two.
Oh, hold on.
Squeeze me. Say that again.
I said over our 2-week break, I received gifts from our viewers. Yes, specifically
From who?
from Ruth Ramos,
Whore.
who knitted me this. Look at this scarf. I am in love with this scarf.
Come here, Fruity Pebbles. Okay. Fruity Pebbles. This is ridiculous. How dare her?
I don't even know what I'm going to call mine. I think I'm going to call her Angora.
I would call it Sloppy Seconds because I got mine first.
How dare you?
Well, you can call her Andorra or whatever it is you
I'm going
just
to call
said.
her Jaja.
So let me get this straight. Ruth Ramos, who sent me Fruity Pebbles, sent you a scarf.
She sure did. She recognized how incensed I was and feeling very left out. And she went ahead and worked her magic.
Well, Miss Ramos, I have one thing to say. Build that wall.
How could you?
Because I'm jealous now, and I'm coming through.
What are you jealous of? You
Well,
got
I'm a
it first.
Republican. I have to say something mean.
You got it first.
Well, anywho. Well,
Okay.
that's very nice of her to send it to you after me. So, Ruth Ramos, thank you so much for crocheting. God, did I get that right this time? And who's talking to you? God?
Yes.
Okay.
I am
Sorry.
often the.
Sorry.
I'm often
Was that who was
the-
flickering the lights? Was that who was flickering the lights?
Okay, we gotta get to
got
this.
struck by lightning for that sketch
Oh, is it lightning there in Florida?
As always.
earlier.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. Anyways,
Yeah.
let's just get right to it because, as you can see, this glass is empty, and that's making me cranky. And he's getting a scarf, so now I'm pissy and cranky. Sergey's studio was the one that started getting the swag, and now, out of sympathy, they're just sending everything to you.
Now,
So
now
just have
everything's coming out. Cecil.
I
I'm
just
just
like
gonna-
that Marion Librarian says she can't think about pizza without thinking of Wine Boy's baby, which when you guys brought up the pizza and all that stuff, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, is he going to say something about my baby? But you didn't, and I appreciate that.
You're welcome, wine boy.
Sorry, I forget that Hillary and your baby eat pizza.
It's just such a weird conspiracy theory to even
It's so funny.
that
All right.
It's done. But
Just
anywho.
the
Anyways,
weirdest
thanks
thing
for
in the
joining
world
us for
that
the
people-
opening. As you
you
know,
know that.
every week we're going to have something special and fresh, and who knows? We don't even know until the last
We have
minute.
no
But
idea.
as you can probably
We
tell,
literally talked about it 10 minutes before the show started.
but that's what's fun for us
Fine.
too. And now we are in a sizzle sazzle, tizzle tazzle, and I'm ready to get going. So, ladies and gentlemen, raise those glasses. Let's check in with our viewers because cheers, like a
Ding.
chime from church.
Well, can I? All right.
It's
That was- that
like
one
not
was-
bringing that one.
Yeah, that one I don't like that one. That was number 8. I don't like number
That's
8.
like when I was in
Ugh.
second grade, and they're like, "You're not paying attention. the
Seriously.
Catholic nun would come around and crack you with a ruler. And that
Across the
really
knuckles.
happened. I got grabbed by the ear one time by the principal.
Did you?
I may
I'm
have
not surprised.
we had. I don't even want to go into that story.
I
'cause
grew up
shouldn't even
as
say
a
that.
heathen. So
What?
I said I grew up as a heathen.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't.
You're still
attend.
growing up, apparently.
Apparently. Chris Condon says Sureg'ay was on the bottom. I think because I had you guys placed differently. DBH is in the house.
Never
He
know
said
what's
that-
happening when you're DBH.
You got some
Well-
Cameron Diaz hair, probably
Yeah,
from.
well,
You got something stuck in there.
Can we point out a
Well, a lot of
name
things.
change for one of our viewers?
Sure.
what?
The aforementioned Caitlyn Stevenson,
Not no mo.
not no mo, she has got herself hitched to a
Mhm.
feather.
Yes,
And
but I'd like to point
Congratulations.
out, she's on
Yeah.
her honeymoon, and so she
she is on her honeymoon watching our show.
Oh, she is. Okay, she is. Oh, Caitlin Barrios. There she is. I hope I said it right.
It's Berrios.
You got to roll the R.
You have to
Well,
roll.
I've got an R you can roll.
She's only mildly ignoring her husband.
Okay, so I was going to throw you under the R bus, Caitlin, if you weren't on here, because she so kindly posted on Facebook earlier today that she might not be able to watch us because she's on her honeymoon. However, she was on Facebook letting us know. So if you could be on Facebook in the afternoon, don't just save sex for the evening. You should have been having it on your honeymoon during the day. But we're so glad you're here, so I'm going to end with that.
Oh no, I am re-incensed. She
Why?
said you pronounced it right.
Me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
She did.
and apparently I pronounced it wrong.
Can I just say one thing?
What? I don't like this. I don't like these.
But look,
Oh,
Hand
Cecil,
motions
I
are
know
good.
it's hard to be wrong, but
look who else is here right now.
it's so much better to be right.
Alicia Irvin is with us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Get out of town. She is actually, but
That
She's
is
out of town.
amazing.
wow.
Well,
I'm
we are
truly honored
excited
because
to
her
see
husband's
you.
quite the superstar, and she's
He
probably
is.
tired of all his jokes. So thank you for joining us, Alicia.
And Sean Armstrong is cheersing from Chicago with some new roomies.
Cheersing from Chicago. Betty Monroe is in the
Sean,
house.
Alicia, aren't you in Chicago? Or no, he's in LA. They moved from Chicago. Never mind.
I think they moved.
Forgot
right.
Oprah and Steve Harvey moved to LA and all that stuff. So they took
ATL's in the house.
Well,
Irvin.
does that,
or
okay.
Reuben.
Well, that must mean that it's like dinner time there.
don't know.
I haven't even eaten dinner yet, which is why I look like a supermodel tonight. So I'm sorry, I've been busy. I have
Well,
been
speaking
busy,
of that,
busy.
Let's move it on. Let's actually start talking about some stuff.
Hey, thank you. We
The
appreciate
Floor
that.
is open.
Boy,
So what's-
Hello, everybody. Glad for being
So,
here.
so, as you know, we weren't here last week, and
somebody who had a live performance to be a part of.
yeah, so congratulations. But we're going to talk about hot topics and not about us again.
And not
But
about
we
that.
can't. We just got corrected by our producer. Holy moly, ladies and gentlemen, guess what time it is? Cash App
It's
Alert!
Cash App time. We love it.
God, I love Oprah.
Thank you, viewers.
So we're going to give shout outs because we just got a Cash App alert notification, and my producer's iPad is still spinning right now, so please stand by. The
Listen,
monorail doors are about to close.
Jeff Perry is on a tear right now because we're not talking about stuff.
Okay, calm down. Cash App alert.
Hello,
Luann Jenner,
Jeff
thank you
Perry.
for the $20, and her message to us was, "Missed you guys." Well, we missed you too.
We miss
So
you too.
we're going to talk about stuff, and we'll get to the Cash App alerts. Remember, if you want to give us a little tip, you can, and we appreciate that. We buy wine and all kinds of stuff, and we appreciate swag sent to Sureg'ay Studios.
and Cecil Studios.
No,
So, Sergey, what are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking Prophecy, which is a delicious. It tastes a little bit like the first
The
notes are
future?
like vanilla. It's
Vanilla.
a delicious. It's a very reasonable wine. Well, up in here in New Jersey, it is about $12, $13, but in
Oh.
Florida, it's probably like $8. because that seems to be the thing. Anyways, it's delicious. So look for the little Joker pants on there. You'll love this. It's one of my favorites. It's a Pinot. It's a Pinot Noir.
I'm drinking a Pinot Noir.
Well, you like a lot of Pinot.
I do. Look at mine. Mine is called Three Ghost.
Oh,
Singular.
that's like Menage a Trois.
I find incredibly confusing, viewers, because one would think that it would be three ghosts,
Oh yeah,
but it
ghosts.
is Three Ghost.
We're gonna have to Google that and find out what that means. So Google.
I don't understand, and I'm the grammar enthusiast in me is freaking out.
How many grammar enthusiasts have you had in you, Cecil? Don't you ruin that pretty little scarf.
I know. I don't want to spit up on it.
All right. In the words of Jeff Perry, let's get on with the show or whatever he said.
Get on with it.
So we haven't been here in a while, and neither have the 17-year cicadas. They're
Listen.
about to emerge. You just
Forget the cicadas. I've just been insulted by Jeff Perry.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm going out.
You just did SAC, where
They
they teach you
did
yes
Star Wars.
and you're telling me no.
He is Star Wars insulting me.
May the fourth be with you. Yesterday, 2 days ago.
That was 3 days ago.
Yeah. Somebody
Yeah,
failed
today.
that.
Today is Revenge of the Sixth.
Which is also sounds like cicadas.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I learned
What is
something
going
new.
on with the cicadas, Sergey? My God.
Do you have notes? Do you have something you want to
I
talk about?
wrote stuff down.
Oh my God, you have one post-it note. I swear to God, we're doing this show live from now on so I can smack you in the face.
You mean in the same spot, not live? You are live right now.
We
We're
are
live,
live.
and I want to be in the... What did I say?
You said live. You mean the same location. Oh my God.
Yes, I want to be live, and I want to be breathing your breath as long as you've been vaccinated.
Talk about your cicadas.
What's going on with the cicadas?
Oh my God, I'm so glad you asked. I feel like it's been 17 years since you
It's been
asked.
17 minutes
Well,
into
anywho.
the show.
So the 17-year cicadas, they come out with one purpose: to mate and have sex. So they've been underground for 17 years, chewing on roots and eating trees, and they're getting ready to emerge up in the Northeast. Not down there in Florida where you guys have love bugs and everything else genetically modified to F the world.
Mhm.
Anywho, they are getting ready to come out of the dirt, and they're getting ready to...
What does that mean?
they're going to come out, and they have one purpose. They're going to climb the trees, make lots of noise. It's going to be so loud up here, we may not even be able to do the show. I might have to fly to Florida to do the show with you so I can smack you in the face.
When does all that start?
Any day now. So next Thursday, you may be like, why does
that?
your
droning
microphone
noise in
sound
the
like
background?
Cecil's normally does with all that racket? Anyways, 17 years, they stay under the earth, and they're coming out. Now, there's different types of cicadas, because one thing I was wondering was, like, why are, it seems like every year cicadas come out.
Seriously.
But these are the 17-year cicadas, and they're called magnificent cicadas. Anywho, that was just something that was new and random, and I wanted to bring it up before it got lost, because it's going to happen this week. Anywho.
Riveting.
So, as you know from our opening, Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene are getting ready to start their America First tour.
They've joined forces, people. It is a crazy sandwich.
Which is bound to be as great as Kanye running for president or any other
Caitlyn Jenner,
Nugent, or anyone else that showed up in the Oval Office during the last 4 years.
Yeah, Sarah Palin and
hope they all died.
Ted Nugent.
So there's all kinds of crazy things going on this week. Liz, who do we want to talk about first?
Well, let's talk about Matt Gaetz. Let's talk about the America First tour.
Let's talk about it. They haven't done it yet.
Going on this big campaign. I don't even know what it is. Campaign tour.
I don't think they know what it is.
They don't even know what it is. You know what it is? It's a big lie spreading tour.
Correct. The big lie, as Liz Cheney would put it.
To continue the big lie. It's like everybody is jumping on board this BS lie. I don't even know what else to call it. It's not even a theory. It's not even a conspiracy theory. It is a bold-faced fucking lie.
It's called holding on to the last bit of drawstrings you have. as they're saying, it's like the Republican Party is just literally now, like they realize they have nothing left except to truth or Trump, and they're choosing Trump. So, I don't know. It's sad because I do believe there needs to be two parties or more, and I do believe that because you got to have those balances. But my God, they have just gone way off the deep end, and the fact that they're going to
the rails,
like they're sucking up to Trump, and they're going to
and I don't even know
Liz
why.
Cheney from her. She's like one of the most conservative Republicans there is.
The number 3 one.
Anyway, so
But
that's
what
going
I
to
mean.
happen. Was
The
that
thing
supposed to
that I
happen
just-
tomorrow?
Hmm?
Is that supposed to happen tomorrow or next week? I don't remember when.
It's kicking off very soon.
I mean, they're just the tour. You're talking about the tour.
The tour, and their first date, of course, is the Villages.
Well, hey, Matt Gaetz might as well go out on a limb. I mean, might as well go to the STD capital of the world before you go to jail.
Absolutely. I noticed that there aren't very more dates that are planned, because I'm sure he's just kind of waiting to see if he gets arrested.
It's coming, and so is Mar-a-Lago. I mean, stuff is heating up. I mean, since we were on the air last, apartment was raided.
Apartment has been raided, people.
And in the words of Michael Cohen, who obviously knows what that means when your apartment gets raided, and he said, Giuliani knows that he's in trouble. He can't deny it, and it's coming. I mean, it was like, I'm paraphrasing now, but I love it. Love it. I miss it. You know what? I mean, granted, CNN and all the news channels have been boring lately with Biden, but I'll take boring Biden over.
I will take boring Biden in a heartbeat.
Well, we're getting shit done. I mean, granted, people are whatever. I mean, it's always going to be a he said, she said thing. But, I mean, the proof's in the pudding. We witnessed 4 years of blah, 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 blah. And I don't miss that stress.
Same girl, Alicia.
Yeah, we're with you, Alicia.
I just really don't understand how two people can watch the same sort of like presidential conference or whatever, little talk or press conference, and just literally hear two different things. Like, you've got people
but
that
they
are like,
do, and that's why
we can't wait. We're super excited. And then we have other people that are like, this asshole is completely an idiot, and I just like, how did you?
I try to put myself in other people's shoes, but they smell. But it is. There is just different views. But if you watch too much of one channel, which is I think people always accuse us on Hot Topics of watching CNN all the time, and we don't. I watch CBS, ABC, NBC, MSNBC. I even watch Fox News. I'll switch to them just to see the contrast, and CNN. But we always get accused of watching too much CNN. But that's just not the case. Granted, we do like some sensationalism, but I mean,
It doesn't.
But Fox News, I mean, they're just off the rails. They always have been.
Can we segue to that topic? Fox-itis?
We can. Hold that note. Cash App Alert!
We got a Cash App alert!
Thank you, Christopher Congdon, for $15.68. And the message is for missing my wine time. Well, we're glad. So cheers to you, Christopher Congdon. And to all of you, thank you for your tips. We appreciate them. And now back to your regular scheduled program.
So I don't know if any of you viewers have heard this, but one of the Capitol rioters' lawyers is trying to claim that...
He claimed.
No, he literally claimed it.
That
his client was suffering from Fox-itis, a.k.a. Fox Mania.
Yeah. Because
he literally only watched Fox News for
6 months.
The 6 months leading up to the insurrection.
So now he's blaming Fox News, which we all do as well.
But I'm like, is this going to work? Because we know that Tucker Carlson has gotten off because people by lawyers saying that no reasonable person could watch Tucker Carlson's show and say that it was factual. So is this strategy going to work? And is Fox News going to have to admit that they are just fomenting insurrections and that sort of thing?
There's a lot of lack of erections now since Giuliani is their star. Look, viewers, chime in here. I want to hear your thoughts. Seriously, the Foxitis, we're not making this up. It's Foxitis and Foxmania is the defense for Anthony Antonio.
Mhm.
He was the Capitol Hill attacker, one of many, not a Black Lives Matter terrorist, as someone put. And oh yes, I'm no longer speak to them. And not a
Antifa.
Thank you. God, I couldn't. I was like Aunt Joanne, Aunt Kathleen,
Were you
Aunt
thinking
Tifa.
of my anti-labia?
Oh, anywho, I mean it's just like, so let's just say this. What if that does work? Then why isn't Fox News held responsible? And why is Fox News allowed to still do that? I mean, if Fox News is allowed to do that,
I'm very curious.
I almost went down to a new segment, which I almost forgot about. And I'm going to write this down because you'll distract me.
Well, I just think it's interesting that, a news organization can claim, the First Amendment or freedom of speech. We can say whatever we want to say. Well, isn't there some sort of journalistic responsibility to be telling the truth? And I get
I mean, they're
I get that there is thin. I get that there is this is the side of the story that we want to emphasize. I do understand that, and we sort of want to downplay this part, but we would really like to focus on this part. But when it comes to just complete and falsities, falsies.
I think that's why the Republican Party, I mean, they literally have nothing right now. They don't hold the House. They don't hold the Senate. They don't hold anything. They don't hold, and so they're having to eat. It's like watching the movie Alive. They're starting to eat each other because there's nothing left to do. And so they are. I mean, the fact that they're going after
soccer team, and I probably would have done the same thing.
No, I think you would have just tasted them a little bit.
Adam Kinzinger was on the menu, I would be like,
I don't know who that is. I'm going to have to Google that.
You know who Adam Kinzinger is?
Oh, the congressman. I was like, I don't know that actor from that movie. Yeah. Well, he needs to say something silly or something because he hasn't. No, that's not him, you gay.
That is not him. That's
a CNN guy.
That's a CNN reporter that I'm also in love with.
And that's me.
Stop it, wine boy.
Oh, talk about, it's like saying dead puppies. All you got to do is put a picture of her up.
Seriously.
Anyway, so let's check in with you right there. Wine boy. I thought wine boy was eating pizza.
What is happening with wine boy tonight?
I don't know, but if we could do videos like that all the time, why aren't we posting those? Viewers, anyways, so I don't know. I think we skipped. Oh, there we go. Let's talk to the viewers. Caitlyn, obviously the honeymoon's going well. I'd love to see Fox get sued, though, for inciting it with false information and be not legally allowed to call themselves news anymore.
Call themselves Fox.
At this point, they could just call themselves the Trump blog because that's what his new social media apparently is. Speaking of, let's segue to that real fast. This week, Facebook Oversight Committee met to see whether they were going to uphold the Trump ban on Facebook and Twitter. And lo and behold, I did think that they were going to overturn it, and so did most of the news media. But nope, they didn't. They said no, based on the January 6th rhetoric and riots, he is still going to be off Facebook. And you know what? It's refreshing. As one of our producers put it, it was like the sound pouring wine into a glass, sounding like a crisp, clean, spring-fed waterfall. caressing off the mountainside of a lush green mountain.
It's almost like you're a writer of some sort.
I should have a bookmark of my own. Anywho.
Well, they didn't permanently ban him though. This is still they're like we're gonna
they're
put him in
banned
this for 6 more months.
Correct, not permanent, but they said that Facebook has to come back and they have 6 months to then announce how long it's supposed to be. Well, this 6 months is going to be, hopefully the cicadas go back underground fast because I don't want noise. I want to have 6 months of peace and quiet. So, anyways, thank God because he almost came back. That would have just been. Let Biden have some time to do his thing. And
isn't it funny how people
watching the news conference yesterday or whatever, where he paused and you're I'm not gonna lie, you're kind of like, oh God, is he dying? But I'm not used to seeing a president lately think and pause. So you're like, oh, someone said in the ambulance, Biden's pausing.
Somebody get the AFib out. Get rid of those things.
The maracas?
The defibrillator?
The maracas, the defibrillator.
Defibrillator. You do the whole
on all the medicine shows.
Clear.
When they run in and they're like, clear.
Yeah, I got it. And they zap them.
What happened to the good old days when you could fake a heart attack and get a hot fireman to give you CPR, asking for a friend?
Those were the days.
I need more wine. Wine pour alert. Thank you, viewers, by the way, for helping us support our live show every week and for supporting our wine habits. So cheers to you.
I like Jeff Perry. I like Jeff Perry saying hashtag Biden pausegate.
Biden pausegate.
Poor Biden and his liver spots.
Can I just say one thing about those aviator sunglasses of Joe Biden's? I'm like here for it.
So does that mean you would like pick a dandelion for him and blow him?
I might just blow a dandelion right into his face.
Don't do that. Honestly, Secret Service would probably shoot you.
I would make a lot of wishes with that.
I haven't seen.
I'm just saying, aviator sunglasses make everyone look hot. It is. Joe
okay,
Biden
Sean Armstrong. We did not see that, but we'll be Googling that and watching that after. The My Pillow guy in Jimmy Kimmel. Wait,
was he a guest?
Or was it a spoof? Because if it was a spoof, it might have been our friend Shane Hartline.
I have no idea.
Wouldn't that be amazing if it was Shane Hartline, who's famous from the sex trade?
He is famous, and he's
no thanks to Class Act, but anywho. Once a week, I gotta give a little jab. Congratulations in Orlando. Artsake Studio moved near Mark Mullen's casting. We'll just call it out because he's one of our favorite casting directors in Orlando. But congratulations to Artsake Studios and their new home and all of the fabulous actors that have come out of there.
Well, I am super excited because
all three of us have come from Artsake.
That's true.
We've all been through those doors. So the story is that the landlord, they were expanding one of the businesses who was owned by like the daughter of the landlord. So yeah, it's they're expanding their business, and so it was time for Artsake to skedaddle from that space. And I gotta say that this new space is super exciting. It is new, it is polished, and it's going to be pretty amazing.
I just hope they have a bigger dressing room in the back and a casting couch.
They're gay.
Yeah, and people don't hear you.
Well, of course.
Where's David Meneses when you need to be cast in a play?
Very interested in that as well.
I remember when someone was working on their scene studies with a partner and then got yelled at because the people in the audience can hear them because they're in the back and we're talking super quiet.
Tight space, let's just say.
But they crushed their scene. That's all I know. What?
Right.
Excuse me.
Kelly
Can I
Jenner.
say one thing?
Oh, okay, fine. Hold on.
What?
Cash App alert!
Alert!
So loud.
Get out of town. These people are on fire.
It's super
Telling you we
exciting.
love you.
Thank
And we're
you.
just... Anyways, Cash App alert! Sue
Well-
Christian, somebody figured out Cash App finally in Florida.
Good.
So Sue Christian, thank you so much. For $25, she says, I can't do two things at the same time. So apparently she said
Well,
this.
welcome to the club.
I hope you're
yeah.
watching us tonight. Congratulations. I know I can't.
He
choose.
is.
She is.
She's here the whole time. She just said F you.
She's,
Oh, well, there she is.
do not F with Mama Bear.
So you have to understand. Sureg'ay has notes. Sureg'ay has iPad. Sureg'ay has wine. Sureg'ay can't always see when they pop up so fast. So I
Ugh.
missed them and I apologize. I'm not being rude. And
Well,
they're this big on my screen.
Anyway,
I don't have a
Well-
blue computer screen in front of my glasses every
all
week.
right.
I'm taking over. Kelly Jenner said, congratulations to John Connon for finishing his book. And
Hi.
Caitlyn, I'm not even pretending because I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's
Says
Barrios.
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 Barrios says,
Barrios
let's
on this.
celebrate a friend of the show, John Connon, author extraordinaire.
Wait, so you finished that thing you were talking about forever?
John Connon did, yes.
I
John
mean,
Connon
John
may
Connon, your
God,
producer, John
Whoever
Connon.
the fuck he is.
Oh, Sue Christian
Did
wants to know where her FU sticker is.
He wants to know what her effing sticker is.
It's like
Sue
feeling that.
Christian, read your note card that you got from Sureg'ay Studios again. It said FU on there.
Oh my gosh.
Stickers,
Well,
David.
I would like to point out Sean Armstrong's comment earlier saying that it was a real interview
Okay.
with Lindell.
Well, then we definitely have to watch that
We're
then. For
definitely
sure.
going to be
Not
watching
that we wouldn't watch
immediately
Shane.
after the show.
I would like to watch the ex-convict that's now a Trump supporter, like many. Although there's so many new convicts that are Trump supporters, but that's because they were an insurrectionist. Anywho,
Exactly.
so
See,
let's our next
another
topic.
sticker.
Let's check in with the viewers because first of all, both Cecil and I's producers have had a busy 2 weeks, and so we're a little lacking on notes tonight. So viewers, chime in right now. Tell us the topic you want us to chit chat about. We would
Well, while we are waiting for viewers to chime in on their topics of choice,
Yes.
I would like to point out that Hot Topics with Cecil and Sureg'ay and Wine Boy has a merch store on the Red Bubble, and there's all sorts of really fun merchandise on there with our fun logo. We've got T-shirts available. We have mugs, cups, travel cups. We have stickers, postcards, even a jigsaw puzzle, and just super fun merchandise to check out.
Is that right at the bottom? It's Hot Topics on Redbubble CSWB, right?
correct.
Yes. Hot
So go to
Topics, the SWB in the... Well, here's the thing, Jeff Perry. There are scarves,
Well,
but
are they?
we are very
concerned? Confused.
we are concerned and confused
If
by
you want
what
to swaddle your baby with that
by
scarf,
what they
then that
call
will
a
work.
scarf.
Or if you want to cover your SUV with that scarf,
It
that
looks
will
like
work.
it might be a throw blanket that they're calling a scarf.
I think someone should get it and let us know.
I mean, you could literally scarf slap Chris Christie with that scarf.
Seriously, it is a massive piece of fabric.
I would have not called it a scarf. I would have literally called it a.
Luann Jenner is calling it a beach cover-up.
Yeah, that's kind of more accurate.
Okay, so you've seen it then. Do you remember when Florida had all the hurricanes and they had to put tarps on their roofs? You could also use it for that.
It looks like that.
It's large, like Marge. But hey, I mean, you wouldn't ever see the logo. It would just be clustered like Fruity Pebbles.
Banana
I'm still
hammock.
bitter about your eyelash scarf or whatever it's called.
I love this. It is
I bet you do.
It is an eyelash scarf.
Okay, so we have a couple topics that we're
We have
talking
so
about.
many topics. Alicia Irvin. Wait, Brian Kilmeade being a jerk to a 6th grader.
Did you know anything about that?
No, but
Okay.
well, that is, see, that's the thing.
Something's
I don't
happening
even.
to our feed.
Uh-oh. It's Sergey. There he is. He's not.
You all were
president.
all doing it, so don't blame me.
Actually, we were perfectly fine.
We were perfectly fine.
We were perfectly fine. Anyway, where's Alicia Irving's?
Alicia Irving's is a rocket booster.
Yes.
Going to fall to Earth soon.
Thanks, China.
Was it
Yeah,
really China?
I actually do think it's
They
Chinese.
gave us the coronavirus and a rocket booster?
I think so. They really don't know where it's going to go.
That and they've got 2 people that play executives that they fly over to China. They're going to take our country, I'm sure. And we're probably responsible, Cecil, but we won't talk about that.
We will not discuss that.
Yes, that gigantic red and white, it looks like a dildo. It was flying towards...
There's a dildo in space?
Well, it's not going to be. Wait, no. Alicia's right. It's falling towards Earth. I don't know where, and they don't either. It's kind of like our... It's basically kind of like our show tonight. We don't know where it's going. So the rocket is falling towards Earth. But they actually asked the Pentagon today. They're like, are you going to shoot it down if it comes towards, like, America? And now I will say this. If it's
like
heading towards, like,
hurricane?
certain parts of... I don't know, New York, where Congressman Elise Stefanik is, or where Ron DeSantis is in Florida, then I would say just let it fall.
Excuse me?
Well, you're not. Look,
are you literally saying let it fall on Florida?
The Lord has been trying to kill you with hurricanes and coronavirus and everything else. Maybe it just takes the Chinese to do the trick. Look, you're not.
Listen,
you're on
all
your
of our
knees
Chinese
everywhere, but you're not in
viewers
Tallahassee, and that's where
numbers
DeSantis
of Chinese viewers. We mean no offense.
Oh, there's no offense to Chinese viewers at all. I'm not blaming them. I'm not being ridiculous like you know who. Can we just talk about something? Why is there so many attacks on Asian?
I love Darren Charles's claim that China has made a plan since 1963 to rig the 2020 election. It
worked.
You know, and the thing is, Darren Charles, that makes more sense than anything I've seen on Fox News.
Exactly.
I love it when a plan comes together. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you, Hannibal.
Do you get that reference, Cecil, being the youth perspective?
Oh.
Not you, you're Sergey.
What did you say?
I
didn't even hear what you said.
Oh, I'm glad you're not paying attention to the show that you're on.
He never pays attention to the show.
It's just like the meetings on Wednesdays.
I'm reading our comments from our viewers.
We put them on the show.
I'm looking at them.
Well, stop. Pay attention to us. It's called Hot Topics with Cecil, that's you, and Sergey, and Wine Boy.
Notice how my name is first, viewers.
Yeah.
Someone's got to come first.
We're like this.
I always come first.
Cecil.
I make sure of it.
By the way,
sure you come first?
But not twice.
Don't waste any time.
Cecil's like, this is a sprint, not a marathon. I got things to do. I got meetings tonight.
There is no sprinting or marathons.
If somebody else is going to give up, I'm not going to be the one.
Anyway, let's get back to Hot Topics because that's what our show's called. And your name's in the beginning. We only have 15 more minutes, so
we only have 15 more minutes.
Wine Boy, I swear to God, you're going to give me an epileptic seizure.
What do you need?
The comment. You're putting up so fast it's like a strobe light.
Oh my God! I put it up. I read it twice and then I take it down. Here's a big one for you. You want me to read it?
Oh, I heard big one.
Bamboo paper ballots.
There's that new theory being peddled by the crazy Q's.
Crazy Q's. Oh, and bamboo paper ballots. Okay.
Is this why Sue Christian keeps wanting to send pandas in?
I think so too, because I wasn't understanding what she was saying either.
But that's
she drinks beer after hours.
That's about bamboo ballots.
Okay, Florida. First of all, DeSantis passed. He signed a bill today, and he signed it, and they did this whole thing like his.
And only invited Fox News to show up to report it.
Hold on.
Correction.
Hold, please.
Fox News is the only one that would put him on. The rest of them banned it.
There you go. Thank you, Marilyn Brarian. I'm doing a great job. Okay, you guys can keep going.
That was my understanding. Like all the rest of the news channels were like, no, we're not putting this garbage
I'm
on.
not saying for that.
So
for that
Fox
purpose.
and Friends was the only one that carried DeSantis, who signed it, did this, and they were all wearing T-shirts. It was posted on Trump's website blog, and
I
they
love
were
that
wearing
he, I love
T-shirts that said
the
Trump DeSantis 2024.
I have to say, I kind of love that social media has sort of forced Trump to essentially have a WordPress blog.
Well, it's not like he's going to be a novel writer
No.
or have bookmarks
Mm-mm.
or a novel.
Mm-mm.
Or a
Let's
beach
just hope he doesn't have
scarf.
the presidential.
Certainly anything
Look.
that he would write would be a pure fiction.
Quick reminder, Hitler came back. I'm just saying. Anyways.
That's what I thought too, Caitlyn, was that he had barred all media because it was a Fox exclusive.
Okay, so I honestly, in walking by the TV, must have caught that wrong. So that makes more sense. And it makes more sense in a fascist environment. So there you have it.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of,
That's fine. Good.
I don't know what we were speaking of. Did
it's
we
Wednesday.
discuss the fact that Mitt Romney got booed?
Well, he got booed. Look, they're going after all the conservative Republicans that have morals, you know.
like Liz Cheney and Mitt Romney. It's like, what is happening when I'm like feeling bad for these two?
Well, because they have morals, and that's what the Republican Party used to have. I mean, now it's becoming the mullet of Ted Cruz, and hey, we'll see what happens. We have to live here. But anyways,
My favorite thing with
tired
Mitt
of talking
Romney.
about them stupid ass effing Republicans.
Well, real
Even
quick.
though my party is crumbling, and I believe that children are the future. I mean, teach them well and let them lead the way.
You have digital schools.
Show them all the beauty they possess inside.
Oh my gosh! Are
There you
gonna
go.
do the whole thing?
I was going to say, I
Teach
love when Mitt Romney was like, hey, here's this thing I do in my state to help people. And then Obama did it. And then Mitt Romney was like, hey, I don't like that. You shouldn't do that. That's terrible. And then he was like, but it's your thing. And he's like, but no. And you're like, oh, thanks, asshole.
Sure.
It's your thing. All right.
What you wanna do?
Sorry. Should we just go to Scarf Slap?
Well, we literally only have almost 10 more minutes.
Well, do you have
wait,
time
we
for
have,
Are You Go Girl?
Yeah, I was just going to say, you
Oh,
go,
okay.
girl. So, Wine Boy, we have a special announcement we want to talk about. Do you have any pictures?
I literally have no idea what you guys are talking about because no one sent me
This
any
is what
pictures or
sucks
anything.
when Sergey's producer has a job and
Well,
hour away.
let
And it's
me
on
see.
set all
Why didn't-
day, and he wasn't able to do pictures.
Why didn't you tell me who you wanted and I
was
would have looked?
driving.
I
mean,
I had things going on too, but I
I
things-
know. And you know what, Wine Boy, you had more things going on, so
but it's fine.
hey,
All right,
like
I got
our
a
former
great
president, I will take
picture.
the blame.
I'm going to save this picture.
Oh
Onto,
my god, this is gonna take forever.
No, it isn't.
No, you don't understand. Like he has to download everything else. Will
That's not true. I'm just gonna
Wine Boy,
send
can
it
we go
there.
with You Go Girl intro? That'll give us time.
Wait. I'm going to
Viewers, come here.
listen.
Viewers,
I've got this, viewers.
I love you all, and I want you to know that I think about you each and every week.
There's a picture right there, Wine Boy, that you can post.
There's just
about these
sometimes
beautiful people.
you can't use one bucket to get the flood out.
Did
You
see
need
it?
2 more.
Okay, listen.
Yeah, I got it. Do you want to run it? I gotta try to post it on this thing.
Tell the story, because there's a story.
Yeah, but do you want to at least run the intro to You Go Girl?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
and then Cecil's going to tell you our pick of the week for You Go Girl because it's well deserved, and she makes the beautiful. Okay, I was going to
And-
spoil it, but I won't do that.
And here we go.
It's time for You Go Girl.
better work.
All right. Well,
Oh, we're back.
all right, viewers. This is a pull on your heartstrings story. So you may have recalled 2 weeks ago when we were doing our tribute, our tribute to Scott Mills, one of our faithful viewers who sadly passed. And there was a question of what was going to happen with his dog. He had a little dachshund named Tolliver, and when the authorities came to discover Scott, because it was a wellness check that had been called out for him, when the authorities came to discover Scott, they took the dog. They I don't know what the word would be. They
Confiscated.
confiscated the dog, and they put the dog in.
And you wrote a novel?
Listen, thesaurus is your friend. So they confiscated the dog, and they put the dog in the shelter, the Seminole County shelter, for 5 days. And I did not know this, viewers, and maybe some of you out there did know this, but this is standard operating procedure. When there is no next of kin that is notified or whatever, they confiscate the dog, and
I
they keep
did not know that.
I had no idea. So this poor dog was sent to the shelter and would not be released to anyone for 5 days. So in that period of time, there was a lot of concern about this dog. So our You Go Girl goes out this week to Dawn Sherwood Oxted, pictured right here with her wonderful husband, Carl.
Who also shares the award.
Yes, Carl Anthony Oxted.
Because I know that part of the story.
Exactly. He is a great performer here in town.
He's
and Dawn.
Very funny comedian, by the way. If you're in Orlando, check him out. I'm not kidding you. He's amazing.
Yes, you got to.
Also has a heart, apparently.
Absolutely. He is a hilarious stand-up comedian, improv performer. And Dawn, viewers, you may not know, is the one who designed our Hot Topics logo. She made this design for us. So anyway, they were in communication with the shelter. They were in communication with Scott's partners, who had also passed a few years ago, Rob. So Rob's brother, who lives in Colorado, was really adamant about taking the dog and wanted the dog. So Dawn and Carl picked up the dog from the shelter. They flew the dog to Colorado.
He went with it, just so you know.
Right. Carl took the dog in a little doggy seat next to him and brought it out to Colorado to be with Scott's partner's brother. And so it's just wonderful news that the dog was taken care of. The dog was put with family, and for a tragic story, that is the silver lining, that all is well with this poor little dachshund who
was with family again. So our Hot Topics with Cecil and Sureg'ay and Wine Boy of the week, You Go Girl award goes to
Dawn Sherwood Oxted
and her husband.
Carl Anthony Oxted.
I didn't see a post whether he got back safe. So hopefully he's back.
He did. Okay. One of our producers literally spoke with him yesterday.
Oh, nice. Wonderful. So kudos to you guys. You know what? And so just so you know, that goes with our logo, adds even more love, because Cecil and I love dogs and we love all animals, but
Cats
it
can
just
suck
makes
but
our
dogs-
logo stand for even more love and positivity. And so cheers to Dawn and Carl
Don and Carl saving
Like a
the day
child.
for Tolliver.
from church.
And I hate dogs. You said Cecil and Sureg'ay are the ones who love dogs. Apparently, I don't. I guess no. I love dogs. They're the favorite thing. I can't wait
What's
to
your
get a
dog's
big old.
name?
I have 2 cats right now because I'm in an apartment and I don't want to. I don't have a dog. I don't have the room
Okay,
for
well,
a dog.
anyways, actions speak louder than words.
I used to have a bulldog named Spike, and he was awesome.
And I used to
he's
have
so
a
stubborn.
wife. I mean, I do have a wife.
I thought you do have a wife.
I do. I just haven't seen her in a while, so it's kind of like having a cat and saying I love dogs.
We're gonna get a dog when we get a bigger place. And I'm
Oh,
excited.
Like
all right,
the
that sounds wonderful. That really sounds like you love dogs.
Yeah, I just took out my sister-in-law's dog 2 seconds ago. Actually, not 2 seconds ago. Before we started, his name is Dodger, and we met a tiny little dog. It's only 10 months old. He's so cute. He's just a little guy on
What
a
a
leash.
coincidence!
Mm.
My wife's nickname is Dodger. I like to Dodger.
You like to
as
dodge
often
her?
as I can.
Dodging your draft.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen,
Topical.
we only have a few minutes left, and we have to get to Scar Slap.
We got a scarf slap.
I have 2 suggestions on my notes from my
You
producer.
do?
What do you have? And viewers, we want to know from you, what are your suggestions for Scar Slap tonight? And since Fruity Pebbles is the matriarch of this show, and eyelash or brow beater or whatever that slut you're wearing around your neck now,
Zaza.
you can go
Zaza.
second. Oh,
Zaza.
yes. Viewers, actually, I think viewers should actually nickname your scarf.
Ooh.
See,
I
I
like-
just made the show more interesting than it has been all night.
I don't know about that.
I want to nickname it
anyways,
Anaconda.
I love how you're like,
It don't want none unless you got some buns, hun. All right.
unless you got buns, huh?
That's what it is.
What are
Unless you
your
got buns on.
suggestions for scarf
Oh,
slap.
use
We are
your
getting
perspective, whatever.
we are getting a lot for the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis.
Okay,
We are.
and he was second on my notes, so we're going to go with that, ladies
Let's
and gentlemen.
do it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Ron DeSatan,
Yes,
which is one of our
DeSantis.
viewers' favorite, who signed the bill to limit voting and everything this week. And basically, it's just so that he can try and let's just call it like it is. They've been saying that the voting was rigged and everything else, and now they're rigging it so that it makes it harder to vote.
And
so,
blatantly, so they don't care who knows.
and on that, that's a different subject because Texas is like, you can walk around in Texas right now, like they're signing a bill, like you don't even need a permit. Like it doesn't even matter anymore. But if you want to vote, you have to have ID. Talk amongst yourselves.
Makes
Anyways,
sense.
let's get back to DeSatan.
There you go.
So, ladies and gentlemen, scarf slap to Ron DeSantis. Scarf slap.
Yeah.
God, Wine Boy.
That's pretty good.
That was very good. Like, I mean, we should probably save that as your Golden Globe for scarf slapping sound effects award.
Nice. When you guys do the last one, I like to pull it away so it's like in the distance.
I heard.
I don't know if you can hear it, but pull
I
out.
heard it. I heard it echo down a hallway,
It was
Mm.
nice. Yeah.
Thanks.
Like
like a hot dog down a hallway.
Ooh, you don't want to do that.
Wow. Obviously, you've had your Flintstone vitamins because you were quicker to the punch than I was. I was just getting ready to say that.
Sean Armstrong says Cecil's scarf, wow, should be called the Fluffy Fluffer.
Ooh,
Mm.
I like. the
I'm just
sound
going to
of that.
veto that. No.
I like the sound of that. Well, I would like to submit a scarf slap for Caitlyn Jenner for running.
Oh, yes.
For running for governor of California.
Is she running, railing?
Yeah.
That's the thing. I'm like,
But she gets a double scarf slap.
hasn't the trans community suffered enough that they have to have Caitlyn Jenner as their most well-known representative?
But you know that just last week she came out, TMZ cornered her at her SUV, and she was
Did they get run
basically
over?
I wish they had. So she reneged on her comment, and she said,
Which comment?
so now she's saying, she said she thinks it's unfair and that biological boys or girls that are in transition should not be able to play sports, and she said it's unfair. So she's now saying that now that she's running for Republican governor. But anyways, you know what? Great. What a great role model for the trans community. Someone who just goes back and forth. I mean,
She sounds like a politician.
Somebody had her Wheaties.
Can I just say, we've had enough reality stars.
Well, that's why she's doing it.
Going into politics.
That's what she's doing. We're running out of time. Let's scarf slap that bitch right now.
We're good, girl.
I don't give a shit what side, where she has transitioned. That bitch is getting scarf slap right now. So scarf slap, Caitlyn Jenner, scarf slap.
Oh.
Okay.
I'd like the viewers to know real fast. Apparently, Skippy, my producer's dog, now knows when the show's supposed to be over, because every week for the last several weeks, at 1 hour, I hear the pitter patter of feet. Skippy is like, show's supposed to be done.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
It's like a chihuahua.
Can I just say one thing?
It's very funny to me because I was like, he's been good for an hour, and now I looked and I'm like 1 minute over. He's like,
can I just say one thing? I agree with the viewers because they're like, Caitlyn Parros is saying, Caitlyn Jenner, I just realized, is a combination of me and Kelly Jenner, and this show is it's confusing. And then Marilyn Brown was even saying, I seriously thought, why are we slapping a viewer? I agree, because when you said it so fast, I was like, are we slapping Kelly Jenner? What did she do? And I was waiting for something to happen, and I was very confused until my brain picked up. You said Caitlyn Jenner. And then I was like, oh, okay, I get where we're going. So, yeah, I agree.
Okay, you guys need to not watch our show so much and watch TV sometimes like we do, because now you're like thinking our viewers are
running for office.
Or running for gold medals and Wheaties. And
well, everyone loves Skippy, just so you know.
This is true.
I'll bring... My
Skippy
producer will
his
bring
own
him
show.
down to the...
What is
He's
Skippy?
never been in the studio.
Jeff Perry says that Skippy needs his own show.
I don't think so, Jeff Perry.
Skippy and the Chihuahuas. Oh my God, it sounds like a band.
It sounds like a cop show.
Jeff Perry, if for 1 second you mean that that's your new nickname for Wine Boy, you will be banned like Trump on Facebook from Hot Topic.
At least 6 months.
Yeah. All right, so we have one more scarf slap to get to, and we have to get out of here because we have got to lickety split because our sponsors will cancel
over time.
I came up. Oh wait, I have the. Sorry, I have the third one. I was like, oh.
Well, I'm sorry, Kelly Jenner, but Sue Christian supports you getting a scarf slap. I don't know why, but
no, she said she'd vote for Kelly Jenner.
That's just a sexual thing.
No, she's saying she'd vote for Kelly Jenner if she ran for office.
I thought it was.
Kelly Jenner has a nice, you know what?
I have literally no idea what you mean by that movement.
I meant a penis. Okay, let's for the viewers at home. I don't care.
Oh my God.
Kelly Jenner, she's hung like a horse. Anyways, I would like to nominate for a scarf slap Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, the Republican from New York, who is now trying to take over Liz Cheney's job, because the only thing she stands for is the big lie, and she is sucking Trump's, all right, let's say pinky, and she didn't even vote for any of his policies. What's your deal? Okay, so you're a hypocrite, and you're stupid, and you're dumb. The words of Marjorie Taylor Greene. You're dumb, and you're stupid, and you're losers.
We're very mature here.
Where's my M16? All right, so scarf slap. Congresswoman Elise Stefanik.
Or is it an AK-47? I have no idea.
I don't have it.
Here we go.
Scarf slap.
Slap.
Nice. My God, you needed a week off with COVID.
Can I just say one thing?
No. Yeah, you got 30 seconds because we got to wrap this up and say our goodbyes.
I don't understand these Republicans backing Trump so hard when Trump's support has been, for the past 4 years, the kiss of death for these people.
Good. Let them.
They've lost the House, they've lost the Senate, they've lost the presidency, and yet they're still all in. And I'm like, he's poison. And if you are mad that Trump is no longer allowed on Facebook, you're as dumb as being mad that your mom won't let you drink bleach. It
in a glass that's crooked, like Hillary.
Yeah.
That's been a 1-year anniversary of that famous video. But anyway.
It's bizarre.
It's just weird how he has this like according to them, he has this hold over the party.
But
and
what
he loves
says,
that, and the more you say it, and the more that those losers.
But I'm just like,
I mean, it's just sick.
There's a weird thing because I've seen a lot in the news where they're like, "Who is Trump gonna back? Who is he with? If he's got your back, then you have this poll." And you're like, "Really?
This is Trump. This is Ted Cruz."
I guess I don't know. I guess they're all voting or trying to get Trump's crazy supporters to vote for them.
But they're not. They don't out.
They're not thinking long term. They're thinking short term.
They're 100% thinking short term.
We've got to say our goodbyes.
We've got to go.
We've got to go, ladies and gentlemen.
We thought we'd have nothing to talk about tonight.
Well, we kind of have. Anywho, we're going to say our goodbyes now, but we know and we love and we want to remind you that we check in with each and every one of you every single week. And it's because of you that we do this every single week. So thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts, whether it's one viewer or 15 million viewers, which is what we have tonight. We just know that, and we want you to know that that's why we do this each and every week. You bring just as much joy to our hearts as we hope to bring to yours. So thank you for checking in with us this week. Until next week, because God knows something crazy is going to happen tomorrow. It always happens after our show.
We might have a rocket land on us.
But the good news is we still have an extra hour to be able to drink tonight and booze it up rather than our old show time. Anywho, we thank you for that. Thanks for joining us again. On behalf of us all here at Hot Topics, I'm Sureg'ay.
And I'm Cecil.
And I'm Wine Boy.
And I'm about to be buzzed.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.